Are you ready for a major breakthrough in your business? Are you hungry for growth and ready to take massive action? Tony Robbins has invested more than 40 years into consulting the most accomplished organizations and business leaders. His exclusive Business Mastery program is the culmination of everything he has learned and assimilated in that process. In this immersive 5-day boot camp program, you'll learn from Tony and other leading business experts how to uncover the critical factors impacting your business right now. Then refocus and realign with the business strategy you need for competing in any economy. You will leave this groundbreaking program with the essential tools to shape your business and drive it to incredible success. So harness your hunger, let go of your fears, and take your business to the next level at Business Mastery. Admission is extremely competitive and exclusive. Visit www.tonyrobbins.com/businessmastery to see if you qualify. Space is limited, so only qualified business owners will be approved. Hey guys, welcome back to the Tony Robbins podcast as we continue our Real Breakthrough series. If you're a business owner, then you know the power of developing and executing a world-class marketing strategy. But how do you go about creating that world-class marketing plan that's going to set you apart from your competition? How do you find and convey your unique selling proposition? Marketing isn't just about doing something unique. It's about adding more value than anyone else, doing more for your customer than anyone else. In this episode, we're taking you to Business Mastery, where you're going to hear Tony speak with Darcy, a woman who is struggling to find her niche, even despite an impressive resume of clients. Darcy runs a successful production company, and she works with some of the biggest companies around the world. But up to this point, Darcy's relied on word of mouth to propel her business growth. And while her referrals have gotten her up to a certain point, it's not enough to create the massive impact that she longs for. She needs a world-class marketing strategy. Listen carefully. You're going to hear Tony show Darcy how to move out of her own way and eliminate the beliefs that hold her back. You're going to learn exactly how you can start to find your own unique niche and start building the brand that's going to take your company to the next level. Because if you do what everyone else is doing, just a little bit better, you're going to get an incremental return. But if you do what no one else is doing, you're going to find geometric rewards. Isn't it time you stepped up your game?
What's your name? Where are you from?
Darcy, I'm from Oregon.
Darcy. Darcy, what business are you in?
Production.
And production of what?
Photography mostly and some video.
Okay. How's business?
Great.
Okay. And what's your definition of great?
We're busy. We have raving fans, excellent clients.
Okay.
Blessed.
Are you profitable?
Yes.
Good cash flow?
Yes.
What do you want that you don't have?
Similar story as his, to grow.
Okay. And what's
more
preventing
people like
that
myself.
growth?
Me.
Okay. And what within you specifically?
I think the biggest challenge, our shoots happen anywhere over the world. So I'm bringing big teams together in different cities. So I'm finding it hard in my head to figure out how to have more of me when clients don't want to pay for travel and I'm bringing teams together all over the world.
So what would prevent you from finding teams all over the world that live locally, contracting, framing your ideas about what you want to create out of that production so you can still be the driving strategic approach, but then finding people there so that you eliminate the need for the flight so the customer gets more value for less money and you don't have to worry about those logistics?
So if I do that in Japan and I have no work in Japan, I'm paying people who aren't doing anything.
Okay, now I want you to notice how the mind, not her mind, this is not a new thought. This is the limiting thought that most people have. Who says you have to hire people? Why can't you have contractors that you've developed a relationship with who you say, I might send you one thing of business, it might be 10, I don't know, but you're the best in the area, and would you like me to refer some business to you in partnership with you?
Got it. So I do that.
Okay? And so if you do that, can you not do it in the major areas in which you do business?
Yes, but the problem I'm having is there's other companies like me, and if people are good, they may be working with them on other jobs and not be available.
Okay, so they might not be available when you need them. That's very possible. So the question becomes, how do you generate the business that you have currently?
Most of it's word of mouth and just 25 years of being in business.
So here's a beautiful thing. She's added a lot of what? Over decades, she's built the brand. She has people that seek her out. That's her greatest limitation. Because she has a one-trick pony. It's called word of mouth. And it's really nice because it costs nothing, and it's really horrible because it's not predictable with consistency. So you don't have a business. What you have is a great reputation, and business comes and it flows, and then you try to figure out how to scramble and do it. Now you're running up against these obstacles that are there. But in truth, if you really think about what your business is, I don't want to ever have a business that has one leg of marketing. What happens if you got a one-legged stool? How likely is it something's going to happen at some point to disrupt that if you only have one leg? And if the one leg goes, where does your business go? Right? I always want to build a Parthenon. I want lots of ways to bring business in, and I don't care what business I've ever entered into, almost all of them have one or two or maybe three things, and I want 6 or 7. Because with 6 or 7, you knock down 3 or 4 of my legs and I'm still standing tall. This week, that should be your number one focus. How am I gonna turn this into a business that is driven as opposed to a business that reacts? Right now, you wait, the business comes to you, then you gotta figure out, try to meet the needs, then you gotta figure out where it is, then you gotta deal with the additional expense, then you gotta figure out, can I find the people? Versus if you decided there was a particular niche that you were gonna go own completely. You can still have the business that comes to you that can be all over, but if I said there was an area where you could really own that area, you could have a niche, you could have something that people go, holy shit, this firm, this woman, this group is the best at, what would that niche be? And while I'm asking her that, I want you to know I'm only asking her this question. I am not asking you to ever think of the answers to these questions for your own business. I want you to resist the temptation to answer this for yourself. See, the other day I saw an article about a Girl Scout that sold more cookies than anyone in the history of the Girl Scouts. And so I was curious. So I dug in to find more, made a few phone calls, and found out that this Girl Scout is in San Francisco, and she parks herself outside of the marijuana places, discrepancies, and sells cookies